this one jumped out at me right away. This first clip's relatively short, but it's our lovely friends over at the Five or at Gutfeld's own show. I forget, whatever. This is all right. This is their question. Should patriotism be enforced? This is the title of this one. There's Gutfeld. Should patriotism be enforced? Gutfeld. I'm hoping he says no, because if it's forced, it's not patriotism. You see what I mean? It's kind of like when you allow someone to wear a particular hat or headdress for their religion to show it's a good thing, and if you make them, and if they don't wear it, you kill them or beat them or jail them, it's a bad thing. See, it's not about the hat. It's about the who and the why and the what for. Okay, let's see what they say. I don't hope for much.
Story in 5 words. Melvin stand for the anthem. I love this story, mainly
I love it.
because it's not in front of me and I have to look.
Also, they're employees. It's different. Yeah. Because you're responsible for the look of the team and that kind of stuff. So you're a team player. If you're going to be a team player, we're all going to stand for the anthem. That's how it's going to work. And if you don't have to, it's obviously not mandatory at other teams, but a team is a privately owned thing. So whatever. Yeah, it's as much about the image of the team as anything else.
For it. Okay, Kat, I'm going to go to you because you know why?
No.
Oh dear.
You love sports. San Francisco.
I think that's a joke about her being skinny and tiny, or just not giving a shit about sports. It's I don't know why, but he always has this kind of creepy way of shitting.
Giants manager Bob Melvin, best name ever, has implemented a new team policy requiring all players to stand during the national anthem. Should patriotism... Oh, thank you.
So we know how the audience lands.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, Kat, if patriotism should be enforced, but I want to mind you that if this was introduced by Giants manager Bob Melvin, he probably likes this show. So he's probably watching.
Is that why we're doing this story?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Say the quiet part out loud. Way to screw it up for everyone.
I'm a Giants fan. He was backup catcher when I was a Giants fan. He never really made it as a pro.
He's their newest hire.
He's their newest hire. That is true. Bob Melvin. And this is the first thing. Isn't that kind of rebellious to do this in San Francisco?
It is probably the most rebellious thing you can do in San Francisco.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is
Nah. No.
why I think it's so interesting. Is it like an attempt at a rebrand for
Maybe.
Yes.
for San Francisco? Because I feel like it's very one of these things is not like the other. I mean, I feel like you're going to have to go a little further. I think that people are concerned about San Francisco for a lot of reasons.
Gee, it couldn't possibly be that your entire network demonizes the place all the time.
I feel like the way he said, you know, I don't intend for this to be political, which I feel like for most people it isn't, but for the people sometimes who want to make it very political, it is. I think it'll be interesting to see if anything happens, or if actually nothing happens at all, and if nothing happens.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Thanks. Way to take the story that really isn't anything and make it even more less anything.
Happens at all, that will be so interesting.
You know, it's even more interesting if he watches and says, hey, you know, I get a lot of extra free tickets to the games, and I really like that Gutfeld guy. I could throw out the first pitch. I could.
If only somehow he knew.
Yes. So you often sleep in dugouts, usually high school baseball fields.
It's good, keeps the rain off you.
Yeah, exactly.
While you're waiting to hop a train down to Tuna Town.
I'm not even going to pretend to know what that means. I think he was just trying desperately to, I think, move the weird insult comedy moment from Greg out of the pedophile zone. That seems sort of right. Am I reading this correctly? That he threw this weird, like, you're trying to fuck teenagers at a high school, like a hobo with a sexual assault record, maybe?
I think this is just San Francisco.
Yeah.
I think that's how bad crime is. He's like, everybody get up, stand up. We'll pretend it's for the national anthem. But like shots might be fired. We might have to run out of here. They're replacing this.
Yeah, San Francisco doesn't have a gun crime issue.
7th inning stretch with the 7th inning. Go see if my car's still there. They
don't steal cars; they break into them. I mean, it's get your cities straight for it. I mean, San Francisco. Nobody steals cars in San Francisco because where would you park?
At the end of the game, you have the buddy walk back to your car to make sure you don't step on a needle or human poop. It's all kinds of stuff. I think this is great. I love it when teams stand for the national anthem. Everybody, and honestly, that's our nation's anthem. And if standing is too hard, then you don't need a job.
Yeah.
You don't need to play.
If standing is too hard, you don't need a job. Well,
it's baseball.
Hey, you don't stand with the national anthem. Go back to your country you came from. You.
Yeah, he's doing an impersonation of what, Fox viewers?
Why are you trying to start a moral panic?
Emily, you're from the Bay Area.
First of all, bravo, obviously. And then secondly, what I love about this is this.
Did they cut out something? Because she was like, cut out what he said to me, because that response was, I was like, fuck you. Also, green dress alert.
Coincides with the new uniforms that are see-through pants.
Oh, that's right.
Right? It's hilarious. So, of course,
So
my first thought was like...
Yeah, they stand up, and now you can see all of it.
And then thirdly, that it sort of reminded me of after Budweiser had the fiasco, where after
Bud Light.
Dylan Mulvaney failed, then they were like, let's get the, most muscly horse, like everything. Who can we have in the bar that's going to rally the troops again? Because the manager before him, as we know, is the one that had no problem screaming to the head. Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you.
You know everything.
Love baseball.
You know what recidivism means.
No, I don't.
What do you make of this? Do you think he's just stirring the pot? He says it's to show the other teams that they're ready to play.
What I like about Bob Melvin is he's not afraid to do what's right. He focuses on everything but winning. Won Coach of the Year with the A's, didn't win crap. They buy everybody for the Padres.
Yeah, this is going off the rails. This is, yeah, this. It was my fault. It's my fault. I actually thought they would kind of have a moment where they addressed sort of their ethical feelings about it or something. Yes, I know DB Golding, but the issue was with the Tuna Town thing. It's a high school dugout was the thing. That's why it was gross and whatever. Anyways, yeah, waste of time. Okay, sorry about that. I bored myself on that one. Gutfeld, you prove once again why you're the #1 show on Fox, because that's the standard. That's how it goes.